The Eagle Hotel Lauder, one of the most popular rugby hostelries in the Borders. Try the extensive menu in our newly refurbished lounge.
It's the Scottish Hydroelectric Cup final. Holders Melrose against the team they beat in last year's final, Heriots. I tell you what, I don't think this one is going to be quite such a runaway win for the men from the Green Yards this time, but early on they opened their account. Taking play into the Heriots half, the ball out there to Stuart Johnson. And referee Andy Ireland spotting the penalty. The ball moved out wide. Scott White. Whoa. David McCall putting in the tackle there, but brought back for the penalty. And after only 3 minutes, Scott White's penalty gave Melrose the lead, and the Toon Bon a chance to have a belt and a blow. It was about 20 minutes into the game. And that kick from Graham Wilson, dropping just short, girdled a wee bit by Melrose, not getting the clearance kick away, and straight down to Wally Blacklock. Whoa! About 20 stone of beef on the hoof there. A formidable proposition. And the ball worked out. Lovely wee chip forward there by Richard Mill, and the man after it was Stuart Drewer, and well, the Melrose defence was sleeping. Drewer right on the money. A great try by the Heriots flanker. No problem with a conversion by Graham Wilson. 7 points to 3 to Heriots, and they were looking good in that first half. In last year's final, Melrose by this time were practically out of sight, but Heriots very much in the game. David McCall, a couple of wee jinks in midfield there, setting it up. Melrose defence pretty well organised. Taken back right into the pocket, man waiting for it. Fullback Johnny Alston, sweet as you like. What a cracker of a drop goal. And at 10 points to 3 at half time, we're in for a cracker of a second half.
The Eagle Hotel Lauder, one of the most popular rugby hostelries in the Borders. Try the extensive menu in our newly refurbished lounge.
Into the second half, and Melrose with work to do to get back into the game, but it was Heriots who struck first. Lovely wee dummy there by David McCall. Pass to Graham Thompson. Thompson tackled, but offload to McCall in support. Off his left foot and over the line. What a try! No wonder he's delighted. That was one of the tries of the afternoon on finals day, that's for sure. No conversion, but 15 points to 3 to Heriots. Stretching away, and Melrose knew they had to do something pretty serious to get back into the game. Skipper Scott White trying to get something going there. James King taking the ball into a tackle, but offside Heriots. Up step White, straight through the posts. 15 points to 6. Was this going to be the start of a Melrose comeback? Heriots had other ideas as Melrose applied the pressure on the Heriots line. Defence absolutely rock solid. Scott McCormick opening it out. Wee fumble there by John Dalziel. Tidied up again by McCormick, but chipped away by Graham Wilson. Jordan Macy on top of that one, looking to set up a Melrose attack. Out to Scott White. Scott White to James King. King back to White. White, long pass there to Jamie Murray. Murray going for the corner, but taken out right on the line by Colin Gowdy and David McCall. Great defence there by the Heriots boys. Wee bit of interference there by Willie Wallace. Penalties at Andy Ireland, thanks very much, said Graham Wilson. Pops it over. 18 points to 6 to Heriots. Oh, Heriots pretty confident at this point going into the final 20 that they could hold on to a 12-point lead. Melrose, they had other ideas. Wee bit of juggling there by Diggy Dodds. Knocked over by Chris Fusaro. Again, McCormick trying to get his backs moving. And another wee girdle there by Wayne Mitchell. But the build-up of pressure, forcing Heriot to give away another penalty. This one is very straightforward for Scott White. And the margin getting narrower and narrower all the time as the game approached the final stages. It was all Melrose going into the final few minutes. And John DL and the master at number 7 leading the charge, keeping the pressure on. Stuart Johnson in there. DL lurking again, looking to be the link man. Heriot's piling over that one though, just a wee bit too enthusiastically, says Andy Ireland. And Scott White, another penalty, another 3 points, the margin down to 6. Nail-biting time for both sets of supporters, but with just a couple of minutes to go, it was Scott White who made the break for James Lew. Lew down on his knees, up off his knees, shrugging off tackles all over the place. The line's in his sights, he's over the line, yes indeed. And well, look at the delight. And the Melrose players. Simple conversion for Scott White. 19 points to 18. And the clock running down. Heriot's practically no time left. Going to keep the ball alive if they were going to get anything at all out of it. The ball switched out to Brian Walls in the wing. Knocked over by Callum Anderson. But that was the last thing Melrose wanted to do with the clock running down. Give away a penalty, because this is the one that could win the cup for Heriot's. Graham Wilson. Yes, you can see delight when the flags go up. 21 points to 19 to Heriot's. And into the final play of the game. 80 minutes on the clock. Scott White to James King to James Lew. Lew busting through the Heriot's defence. Could they hold on? They certainly could, but they'd given away a penalty. Oh, the drama. The final kick of the game. Scott White to land this to retain the cup for Melrose. It was long enough, it was high enough, but oh, it came off the post. Straight into the hands of Jamie Syme. Belted the ball into the stand, and jubilation for Heriot's. They got revenge for last season's cup final defeat against Melrose. Lovely sporting touch there. Heriot's coach Bob McKillop commiserating with Scott White. But that's what it's all about, the Scottish Hydroelectric Cup. And that's how it feels. Tam McBee lifting the cup above his jubilant team, with the cup now travelling back to Golden Acre.
I mean, it's just fantastic feeling. It's just, we just put in so much work. The guys have had such a big season, and it was just nice to come out with something with, you know, some silverware out of it. It was just an amazing feeling, absolutely amazing, fantastic. You know, all credit to Melrose. I thought they were outstanding. I thought they put in so much work, and they could have stolen it at the end. But you know, I'm just delighted for the boys. Absolutely delighted for the boys.
So yet again, the Scottish Hydroelectric Cup final has produced a pulsating match, going right down to the last kick of the game. It couldn't have been tighter, but at the end of the day, Heriots take the honours, and the cup goes back to Golden Acre. This is Ron Evans for Scottish Rugby Television at Murrayfield.
The Eagle Hotel Lauder, one of the most popular rugby hostelries in the Borders. Try the extensive menu in our newly refurbished lounge.